here. It's not a best of 3. It's a best of 1. And okay, we're good. Oh, what? Connected rivers looks sick. Look at the mini map. So everybody is connected. I like it. I like this a lot. Okay, so for those who aren't well aware, the way this works is each player's TC is surrounded by water. They have, I believe, 3 fishing spots really close to their TC. So each player is like 2 close to each other, another one on the other side. But there should be no fish in the middle of the river. This looks like the Razor logo. Is that just me? The Razor logo, but like with an extra limb. Poseidon getting a dock up really quickly. That's what I expected. That's what I expected. I don't know why my timer keeps going off though. Timer, game time. Yeah, game time. Good call. So Poseidon gets on the water. His ally Niqui decides to get a really good 2-for-1 storehouse here, but not on the water yet. Going for a Castellum. And Alundra is also going for an early barracks with Spearman and no dock. And his partner Grungy is going for early stone, so early second town center. Who will win? I know, eagerly. This looks really nice. It's a cool map, and I love cool maps, but I also love cool maps like this that change the way you think about the game, changes your pre-planned style. Like, these are my favorite maps. Okay, Castellum is up. Spearmen are being pumped out just in time. So we're going to have a rematch here of Alundra versus Niqui for the time being until Grungy and Poseidon join the fight. But for now, Poseidon is just happy to use these fishing boats for the time being. The action here. This forward Castellum actually might hurt Alundra, might hurt Niqui, because he isn't able to defend it within TC fire, which is usually the case. Usually your barracks is going to be within TC range. I think he actually can target with the TC on some of these spearmen. Yeah, it is within range. So sometimes for those newer players, even though their TC is not shooting at your opponent, it could be shooting at your opponent if you just right click them. Okay, Poseidon going to H2. Grungy already in H2. Does he have a dock up? No. Now I sound like the guy from Survivor. This tug of war in the middle of the base seems to be going Alundra's way. He's just really good at microing his units. But I think that might be a little bit too much of an overextension. But I say that, and Niqui doesn't have any more gold. So if Alundra keeps pressuring, he doesn't have the gold to keep making units. Roman Spearman costs 20 gold. So he's just getting on gold right now. He needs to make sure not to lose this. Hopefully he's calling for Poseidon right now to help out. Grungy, on the other hand, really macroing up behind Alundra's forward aggression. A long ship coming out from Poseidon. That's what we like to see. A barracks coming out, hopefully to help his teammate. His teammate's going to be losing that barracks. Doesn't have anything else in queue. But the long ship from Poseidon should be able to help out his opponent. And look at this badass ship coming across the water here. Alright. Poseidon's going to be coming out to help out. But that means that Grungy is safe to macro behind this. Just needs some pop room to do that. Alundra. Really strong early aggression. You don't see that as often anymore. Okay, Liburnium is coming out. It's sort of like a Byreme. Doesn't do too much damage. Doesn't have that much health, but in these early engagements should be extremely useful to hold off all these aggression, especially if he builds his... especially if he builds like a lot of his houses and other production facilities near the water. He should be able to defend it with this water supremacy. And I missed this, but Poseidon is scouting with this longship. Scouting here, scouting there. There is a dock here from Grungy. There is not a dock by Alundra. Still continuing to pressure with these spearmen, but they're going to be picked off quite easily by these ships. Poseidon trying to help out his ally here, but I don't think Nikui needs any more help. He's getting some fishing boats. Poseidon going to age 3 before getting a second town center. Very interesting choice. Let's see what Grungy's up to. He was able to macro behind this. I see 23 villagers, 24 for Poseidon, despite not having a second town center going to age 3. 19 for Nikui and 26 for Alundra. So Nikui's suffering on the backs of that early aggression. But let's see if Poseidon's macroing can help him out. Poseidon coming here to be a nuisance. He needs to watch out. When you queue up an attack, a predetermined attack. Oh man, that's brutal. All of his spearmen go down to these 2 longships, doing 50 damage each. Okay, let's see what Poseidon's going to do. He has 300 stone, gets down a second town center. Grungy's going to be the linchpin in this game. Hopefully he's able to help Alundra out, who's bought him so much time in the early game with that early aggression. Nikui also getting up a second town center, but he's still in H2. Pumping out a bunch of legionaries. He has 2 castellums on the back of his base. A bit afraid of any early aggression. Eagerly betting up Poseidon again after losing so much of his channel points. He's going to lose 1 longship, and Poseidon's going to try to go for these villagers, but excellent. Excellent garrison by Alundra. Well done. Poseidon doesn't have any more longships. I'm happy to just macro up. Let's see here. 28 villagers to the 37. Grungy. Wow. He is on fire right now. Everybody's score pales in comparison here. 29 villagers, 28, 30. So I think Poseidon stopped making villagers for quite a while when he was aging up to age 3. So that's going to be his advantage right now. He has Axeman Champion on the field. Just needs to make sure he has enough of them to do good damage against these 16 legionaries. And look at his boss armor. Oh my god. Grungy has set them up. That looks really dope. Nice. Nice. Okay, let's check out Nikui here. Alundra's still not on the water. Nikui trying to push out into his base, but he doesn't have anything against these lancers. He'll need to go to age 3 to have a really effective answer against lancers, which are those equis, right? So right now he needs to make sure he doesn't bleed out those units. Because Poseidon and Nikui are both down in pop right now. 70 pop to the 85 of Grungy and 45 of Nikui, who's going to age 3. This is good. This is what he needs to do to face off against the Cav army, the Lancers. Will he actually have enough equis on the field by the time Alundra decides to push out? Who knows? All right. This is a good army comp from Poseidon against Grungy. Grungy has Decorions, but Poseidon has horsemen, and he has some longships. His longships can see some of these units here, get some nice pot shots off. But Poseidon should fall back as soon as he sees this, and yeah, he knows he can't deal with this. He needs to get his longships in the mix. Can't lose this longship either. This is a very important piece of his army. He can kite for days with this longship. Yep, still kiting. This is good. But let's see here. No armory upgrades for either player, but there are these are champion throwing axemen. There's 30 of them. He's kiting. He's doing his job. He's getting back into TC range. This TC is literally on an island by itself, so it can't help in the protection of his units. And he might just be able to take this down, but that's a mistake by Grungy to focus too much on this TC. Because in the meantime, Poseidon was able to take out the other army, and now he has maintained the number of throwing axemen in this throwing axemen ball. Let's see. But the Legionnaires have really good melee infantry armor. 50 melee infantry armor. Nikui, on the other hand, making Equus. And the Lancers are coming out to help Grungy here. And I think as soon as he sees this, he needs to run. Yeah, and he's doing that. No Lancer champion yet, but he still can't take this fight. And he's going to need more longships, I think, to defend this area. There's no more room at the back of his base. He's essentially 2v1ing his opponents. Equus coming in from Nikui to help out. Sorry, some spearmen coming in from Nikui to help out, but it's not going to be enough right now. Seems like, yeah, he's ran out of space. Poseidon's running out of space in his base. Tried to get up a barracks here, but it's not going to be good enough. Poseidon can hold off one of these players, but he can't hold off both. And that's where Nikui comes in with these anti-cav, taking out some of these Lancers. Yeah, needs to make sure to help his opponent more than help his ally more than anything. Ooh, Iguri with a really strong idea. Delete the starting TC and replace it with a fort. Not a bad idea at all. Not a bad idea at all. I would wait. I would wait to destroy it. Like, I wouldn't destroy it myself, but I would be more than happy to replace it with something other than a TC. Oh, these Decorions. We need lots of Equus here from Nikui to help against these Decorions. Let's see the villager count. 47 to the 50. Actually 49 now. Are there something going on in the base of Poseidon I don't know about? Versus Grungy 74 and Alundra's 50. Okay, but it looks like Team Poseidon and Nikui are able to take this fight despite not having the villager lead. So it seems like, yeah, Grungy's army is non-existent right now. There's nothing here to stop this advancement. He is getting lots of armory upgrades, and so is Poseidon. Let's see if Nikui has any. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. So Alundra needs to help out his teammate here, but he doesn't have the economy to back it up. So the tides have turned. Now it's Nikui and Poseidon's turn to actually go on the offensive. And because Grungy has built a lot of his base forward, more forward than his opponent, he can't like back up into his TCs to defend this. So there goes the houses of Grungy, one at a time. Yeah, both players, like, they're deciding to just huddle back in their base, regroup. You know they can't attack this army head on. Love this from Poseidon. He needs more production facilities, so he's going to build it in the base of Grungy there. Yeah, this is a really good turnaround here by Poseidon and Nikui. Nikui coming in at the perfect time to support his teammate. And with the perfect unit to counter those Lancers and Decorions. Legionaries continuing to be built here. They have extremely high melee infantry armor, but it might not be enough against all of these throwing axemen. So many throwing axemen now. 44 throwing axemen. And yeah, Grungy's whole entire economy is being destroyed. All of his houses, all of his production facilities. I don't know what he can do to defend against this. He's trying to desperately build some houses back here. He's trying to reinforce his units back here, but yeah, he's right. He doesn't have the house. He's pop cap right now, and they're going for his TC. Wow, look at this. Alundra still at 63 villagers. NiquiHV at 66. Poseidon actually the lowest in the game right now at 59, but largest army, so that's sort of to his advantage right now. Grungy desperately housed. Can't spend any of his 3,000 food, 3,000 gold or 1,000 food because he's so badly housed, and that's not going to stop anytime soon. Oh no, Alundra's building. He's building walls to keep out his opponents out of his base, but is not helping his teammate here. That's unfortunate, and you don't see it often. You usually see a lot of legionary play by Grungy or by Roman players, but the Roman player coming in with the cavalry support was exactly what he needed. Grungy, the timer is on. Maybe you can hide behind the walls that Alundra has built. Maybe he did that on purpose. He's building a gate, so not the worst idea. Buying some time for himself and his teammates, but these are Babylonian walls. Super cheap and easily taken down by the huge army of Poseidon here. He's going to stand and fight, at least while NiquiHV isn't here. And he might just be able to trade evenly, but this throwing axeman ball is absolutely massive. Grungy going to tap out, see how long Alundra can last. And that's going to be it. Igor gets his points. Well played, well played. That was a really good game, actually. Back and forth. That's the type of games you love to see. What an interesting map. What an interesting map. Right? Like, the way that Poseidon played this game, having to back up into this tiny corner of his map, and then not being able to make any more production facilities because he didn't have any more space. How easy it is to actually get up a nice market line. I didn't even mention that, but these players had market lines up, as well as being able to like actually defend with those long ships, and the choice by Grungy and Alundra to not battle for the water instead. Yep. I think all civs can be good in PvE, but that was awesome. This is maybe my new favorite map. I kind of love it. I also love the fact, like, the conscious choice to not put fish in the middle of the water, right? Like, not putting fish there allows the water not to be like so do or die, right? Like, if you don't have the water, you lose the game, sort of thing. That's not the case in this map. Nobody believed in the Alundra team then. Dang. Let's see, who bet on Formidabelt lost those 100 points. Well, good game, guys. Good games. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for watching another excellent community challenge. We got a bit weird and wacky this week, but we'll be back to our regular scheduled content next week. The Roman tournament soon should also be coming out. I'm assuming in a couple of weeks, though I haven't heard any rumblings yet. And yeah, Recon, thanks for this map. This is really good. What are you talking about? Erie believed in you. Yeah, no, nobody believes in you on the tiny map. No. I think you proved them all wrong, Nico. You're the reigning champ of Roman tiny map. Oh, Recon. Yeah, heck yeah. Let's get you in this. Let's get you in this. You want to face Nikui, our reigning champ?